Todd Graham, second-year head coach at Hawaii. Have you ever coached a game in Logan, Utah, by the way, with all your experience?
I have not. I've been to Salt Lake City many times against the University of Utah, but never been to Logan.
7 years at Arizona State, head coach at Rice, Tulsa, and Pitt. Before all that, we understand you're a no-huddle type of guy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, what I'm trying to do, we try to create a fifth quarter. So to the pace from which we run our offense, we want to be, run our offense, be faster and more efficient than anybody, and that's because of our training, our discipline from which we do things. And so I think it gives us a great advantage. And so that we're a fast-tempo offense and run, play, action, pass, pro style.
Here at the start of the season, there's a name that I keep hearing as the quarterback, and I don't know if I'm going to say it the right way, but it looks like Chevan Cordero. Is he the guy?
Chevan Cordero is our quarterback, yes, sir.
Tell us about him.
Chevan is can make all the throws, tremendous leader, great intangibles, guy that is lethal with his legs, he is with his arms. So he's a guy that I don't think a lot of people know a lot about, and he's the key to our system and to our offense, and he's a guy that I think poised to have a great year.
Is this the same kind of offense you were running at Tulsa and at Arizona State?
Yeah, every place I've been, we've been a no-huddle, run, play, action, pass, pro-style offense. So we've had a lot of success with it, and obviously last year was difficult with the COVID year getting it installed, and so we're looking. I think that's going to be where we're the most improved is with our offensive system. So yeah, it's the exact same system we ran, obviously adapted to the skills and talents of our players.
You've repeated a quote that I've heard before from Vince Lombardi. We strive for perfection. We will tolerate excellence.
Yeah. I'm an old school guy, and so I use a lot of his quotes. And what that means is that we're not interested in anybody having a great attitude. We're interested in your very best. We're interested in the best attitude possible. You know what I'm saying? If you want to win championships. And so that's what we talk about. So we talk about, strive for perfection and we'll tolerate excellence. And so that's about setting that bar. And we talk about unrealistic work ethic. What's wrong with that? Just doing what everybody else is doing and just working hard is not going to get you a championship.
You've said some very nice things about Cody Cook. You say he's the best strength coach in the country, and some great things about how he's developing this team at Hawaii. You expect a lot from him. Apparently, he's delivered.
Yeah, not only is he our strength coach, he's our assistant head football coach. The foundation and the core of what we do is training. Training young men, training their hearts, training their minds, training their bodies. And Cody played for me at Tulsa. He understands. We're not trying to have a bunch of muscle heads. We want to train explosive, fast, intelligent, disciplined football players. And so he does a tremendous job. He's the number 2 in command at the University of Hawaii, which is kind of unusual. Probably a lot of people don't put their strength coach in that position. So he's the most valuable guy I've got there, and he understands how we're going to train and how we're going to develop from the inside out. Man, we're going to train the heart, the mind, and the body will follow.
Was there anything good that came from that season a year ago when so many weird things were happening?
I think so. I think it taught me, just not to take things for granted. With our players, just getting to sit down and eat a meal, getting to sit in a room and have a meeting, getting to play this great game and getting to practice it. I've never missed so much practice and meeting times. And, it just taught you to be grateful for the things that you kind of took for granted. You just kind of take for granted that you can get to do it. We're still, we're not back in our locker room or in our meeting rooms now. And so we're hoping the next few weeks to get back in there and by camp. And so I can tell you that it was a learning experience, and that's the way we utilized it as a coaching staff. And I think we learned that, hey, man, you better be grateful for the every day, and you better maximize every opportunity.
This is a topic that's kind of away from football, that I read that in the transition from one job to another, your collection of championship and bowl rings was stolen. The next story I saw said that a couple have been retrieved. What's the latest?
Yeah, I had 17 bowl rings stolen, and I got one of them back. It was my 1986 All-American ring. I was an All-American defense back in college, and so I was very grateful to get that back. But, and obviously it was heartbreaking to lose them. But, again, that's just those are just material things. The memories and those things no one can take from me.
You say you know Blake Anderson.
I do. I have tremendous respect for him. I'm a native Texan, and so is he. And in coaching, we've competed against each other when he was at Southern Miss. Tremendous football coach, great teacher, and more importantly, a great person, great human being.
You're from Mesquite, Texas. Is Mesquite, Texas still the rodeo capital of Texas?
It is. It is. Mesquite Championship Rodeo. I grew up about a mile and a half from the rodeo grounds.
Give us a couple of ideas about the two players you brought with you here.
Yeah, Calvin Turner, I think, is probably one of the most dynamic, explosive players I've ever coached. He plays inside, outside receiver, tailback, quarterback, returns punts, and kicks. So he does everything but drive the bus. And he's just a tremendous leader. He's a guy that just pours into his teammates and serves his teammates. Cortez Davis, a guy that was first-team all-conference last year at corner, tremendous talent. Another guy, I love the humility of the leadership on our team and how they just pour into each other. They serve each other every day. Both those guys are going to have an opportunity to play at the next level, but they love playing for Hawaii, and they love representing our state, and, man, I love coaching them.
It's great to have a coach of your experience in the league. We're going to see you in Logan, I think, late October. Looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Matt Wells was a good friend of mine, and he just obviously played at Utah State and absolutely loved it. And I've had a lot of coaches come through there, and I'm looking forward to coming and visiting, and hopefully they'll be nice to us.
He was on your staff one of his early coaching jobs in at Tulsa.
Yeah, we coached together at Tulsa, and a great teacher. We won the conference championship in 2005, and then kind of went our separate ways. I think he ended up at New Mexico and then ended up at Utah State. And matter of fact, his defensive coordinator and his defensive staff were the guys that worked for me at Arizona State. So we know each other well. Great person, great family.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.